it's Elise. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been following me on Instagram, you'd know that I just got back from my holiday in Hawaii. If you know me or you've seen my videos before, you'd know that I can't control myself when it comes to my staff discount and US prices on M.A.C makeup. So I've got everything out here in front of me, ready to show you guys everything that I bought. Starting with skincare, I bought 6 of my favourite ever M.A.C product, the M.A.C softening, the M.A.C softening lotion. So it looks like this. It just comes in a spray, whatever. And I just spray it on a cotton pad and then I just do circular motions with it just to get off any dry patches. Because I get eczema around my eyes, it's the only thing that really gets the rough texture off around my eyes. So if you have eczema, that's the best product to use to prep your skin before makeup. Then I only got one of the Fix Plus just because I already have a few backups already and I didn't want to take up too much room in my suitcase. I got 2 of the strobe creams. I got them in the colours Gold Light and Peach Light. I love this product just for putting on before foundation, just to give a bit of a glow to the skin. And then I stocked up on the Moisture Infusion Serum, and that's what I use if I'm feeling super dry before my makeup. So that's it for the skincare that I bought. Now moving on to foundations. I didn't get too many foundations just because my suitcase was really heavy already. But I got 3 Studio Fix foundations and I got 2 in the colour NC10 for when I'm not fake tanned, and then 1 NC20 because I was running out of that one. And then I bought 2 of the Pro Longwear Nourishing Foundation, which looks like that, which is the waterproof one, which I've been loving lately. So I got NC20 for when I'm in between fake tans, and then NC35 for when I am tanned. I didn't get my pale shade in this foundation because I find that once it dries it goes a little bit darker, so it wouldn't be as pale as the NC10 in the Studio Fix. And in the Mineralized Moisture Foundations, which I have also been loving recently, comes with a pump. I got the colours NC20 and NC15 for when I'm pale. And that's really good if you want medium to full coverage and you've got really dry skin. So again, really good for people that have eczema. For powders, I got 2 of the Next to Nothing powders in the shades Light Plus. It's got a bit of a yellow undertone, so that one's really good for setting underneath the eyes to give a bit of a brighter look. And then I got the shade Medium Dark, which is a bit darker, which is really good as a bronzer for paler skin tones. If you haven't tried the Next to Nothing powder, give it a try if you like a little bit of a luminous glow and light to medium coverage. Then I got another one of the Studio Fix Perfecting powders in Light Plus. And this is my favourite setting powder if you want to do really full coverage because it gives a little bit of an airbrushed finish. I got 2 Extra Dimension skin finishes. I got another Oh Darling because I've already hit pan on that. And then I got Whisper of Guilt, which is a little bit lighter than the Oh Darling. Oh no! Guys, I've literally been waiting to get this product for like 4 months. My friend Atar, who I went with, would know. We've literally been using this on all our customers at work and being like, oh, can't wait to get it when we're in Hawaii, and it's broken! No! Okay, I can still salvage it, but I've been waiting to use this for so long. Anyway, moving on. Rest in peace. I don't even think I said what that product was. That was the Cheeky Bronze Mineralized Skin Finish, and that looks so good on people for like a bronzed highlight, like just even a blush over the cheeks. I got I don't know what you'd call this. It's like a set of airbrush foundations. Pro Performance HD Airbrush Makeup Minis. And they come in a little bag like that. Let's move on to concealers. So I got 2 Water Weight concealers. This is the new concealer from the Water Weight range. And it looks like that comes with a little dropper. And I got the shades NC15 and NC42. And this is really good if you've got dry skin but you want full coverage, and it's very thin and watery, which is good because you can literally use like 2 drops and spread it out all over your face and use it as a foundation. And then I got 3 of the Pro Longwear concealers in the shades NC15, NC20 and NC42 because I love these concealers for my makeup kit. Let's go to lips. So I only got one shade of lipstick. It's Naturally Transformed. Anyone that's ever known me or worked with me knows that this is my holy grail shade. It's like a caramelly peachy nude. So I got 6 because I go through them so quickly. It's literally just the colour I put on if I don't know what to wear. So 6 of those, so I won't have to buy a new one until I'm 50 years old. I love pairing it with Etc. lip liner. So I got 3 of those because they've discontinued them in Australia. And then I just got some backups of Oak and Strip Down, and they're the same kind of colour family as the other lip shades, so like the caramelly nude brown. And then I got 2 lip conditioners for my makeup kit, 2 lip primers for my kit as well, and then 2 lip glosses. One is in the shade Shape Shifting Peach, which is like a holographic peachy orange, which is one of the new ones. And then one in the shade Myth, which is good to just go over the top of any kind of nude. Now moving on to eye products. I got the False Lashes mascara just to try out something new because I always use the Extended Play mascara, which is right here. So I got 5 of those because it's the best mascara I've ever used. It's got like a really tiny brush, so it separates the lashes and lengthens them. It doesn't make them clumpy. Eyeliners, I got the Gruff Black eyeliner. So that's just a regular black eyeliner, but it winds up and down, so you don't have to sharpen it. I got 3 Costa Riche eyeliners because they've discontinued them in Australia. Same with the Teddy eyeliner. I only got one though because I don't love it as much as Costa Riche. But they've discontinued it in Australia. Something to do with the one of the oil ingredients in it. It's not allowed to sell it in Australia. So I was like, give me all that you have. So I got 3 and then 1 Teddy and then 1 Minted, which is kind of like, I haven't used this before, but it's like a turquoisey green. And then I got one of the 24-hour extended eye base, which is just a clear, transparent eyeshadow base. I got 2 pairs of lashes, so the 35s, which are kind of those spiky, spaced out ones, and then the 48s, which are the more fluffy, thicker ones. I got the Duo Lash Adhesive, the black colour. They didn't have any of the clear, so I thought I'd give that one a go. Then I got the Soft Ochre Paint Pot, which is just that skin tone eye base that has a bit of a yellow undertone. Got 5 Black Track gel liners, which is just the regular black gel liner. I just thought I'd get some backup so I won't have to buy any for a long time. And I got 2 Dip Downs, which is like a dark brown kind of colour. I'll just show you guys. So it's that dark brown chocolatey colour. Now for brows, I got one of the Emphatically Blonde Eyebrow Gel. And I use that if I've gone too dark on my brows just to lighten up the hairs a bit. And I have 3 of the Dirty Blonde Eyebrow Gel Fluid Lines. And they're pretty much just like the Anastasia Dip Brows. Then I got 3 of the new eyebrow crayons in the shade Fling. They're pretty much the same as the old wind-up eyebrow crayons, except they have the wand on one end now. And instead of just winding up, they wind up and down. Those 3 are in the shade Fling, which is the lightest colour, which is the best one for blondes. And then with the new Shape and Shade brow tints, I got 2 in the shade Taupe and 1 in the shade Fling. I haven't tried these before. It just has a really thin tip, so it's meant to like mimic the actual brow hairs. And then this side, it's like a little sponge that dips into the colour, and you can kind of like buff the colour over the top to fill it in, and then kind of draw the hairs over the top. Now for eyeshadows. So I got 4 of the Dazzle shadows and the eyeshadows, and all of the other ones are in the pans. So I got 5 of the shade Soft Brown, which is just the transition colour that I use on pretty much everybody. It's just a warm kind of soft brown. Then we've got Texture, which is really similar except it's a little bit more orangey and it's got a slight glitter in it, but nothing too noticeable, but that's a really good one for a bit of a warmer transition colour. Then I've got Sober, which is a similar shade except it's a little bit more cooler toned, a little bit more like caramelly brown. Then we've got Saddle, same colour family but a little bit more of a medium toned brown. That's a matte one as well. Then I've got Coquette, and that's what I use in my brows along with the shade Omega, and I've got 2 of those. So I use Omega for the front of my brow where it's a little bit softer, and then if I need more definition I use the darker one, Coquette, for the tail half of my brow. Then I've got Embark, which is a warm toned dark shade of brown, and I use that to smoke out the edges of the eye. And also I'm Into It, similar but I'm Into It is a lot more burgundy. And then we have Swiss Chocolate. It's like a reddish toned brown. So if I wanted to do a warm toned smoky eye with using mattes, I would use Soft Brown in the crease, Swiss Chocolate to darken the crease, and then I'm Into It on the outer corner. Then I've got 3 of the shades of Uninterrupted, and that was one of the old MAC shadows that's just come back in the Throwbacks collection. And that is similar to Sober. It's like a true caramel brown. And just one of the Carbon, which is just the matte black. And then I've got 3 inserts of the shade Rule, which is pretty much what I use all the time if I want to do a warm orange kind of eye, and that's a matte colour as well. And then similar to Rule, I've got Up at Dawn, which is more of a satin finish and it's a little bit more orange. Then we've got Gold Mine, which is a yellow kind of gold. Girly, which is like a mid-toned pink, and that's a satin formula. I've got Gold Bit. I didn't ask for this shade, but it's still a nice shade, so I'll just go with it. Cali, which is like a turquoisey green. I'm really excited to use that one. Cobalt, which is like a indigo kind of violet. In the Shadows, which is a frost, like a deeper blue, almost a navy. Tilt, which is kind of silvery blue with a bit of aqua, and that's more of like a duochrome. Humid, which is a frost kind of mossy green. And my favourite, which is Saucy Miss, which is like a pinky purple. Now for brushes. I bought 2 brush canisters, so these little plastic containers. Most of these brushes here are the new synthetic ones because they're not selling the natural haired fibres anymore. They were a little bit nicer quality. So I've got the 140 really dense powder brush, and then the 135, which is a little bit more flat. So that one's going to be better for setting the face, tapping on the powder. That one's going to be a little bit better for buffing, even like buffing on a bronzer. Then we've got 125. That's a really dense brush, which is really good for putting on liquid foundation because it's so big it is really quick to cover the whole face. 139, really good for blush over the cheeks. We've got the 133. I don't like this one. I liked the natural haired one better than this. This one's quite stiff. The other one was really fluffy and good for the highlighting and setting the under eye. I'm sure you can still do that with this one, but it just doesn't feel as high quality as the natural haired one. 240, which is a tapered large blending brush, which is good for highlighting, setting under the eye. The 286, which kind of looks like a mini version of that one. This one's really good for buffing concealer under the eye and even like buffing a paint pot over the lid. Then I got 2 of the 217s. This is quite stiff. Like, that's not going to do as good of a job blending in the crease as the natural haired ones, but I saw a couple of people saying that you can kind of get them to work if you kind of like beat them in when you wash them. So I'll see if I can get them to work. If not, they'd still be good for concealer under the eye. 2 of the 219s, so the pencil brush. 1 of the 239, the flat shading one. 1 of the 195, which is that triangular shaped concealer brush, so that's really good for getting in the little crevices. 212, this is my favourite for carving out the brow. 228s, and I got 2 of those. They're really good for buffing shadow on the lower lash line. I got the last of their natural haired angle brushes, which is the 263. So I got 3 of them because I'll probably never be able to get my hands on them ever again. That was a lot of work. This is so bad. But yeah, so we had to take a few trips back to get all this. But the girls at Ala Moana, the pro store, was so nice. And shout out to Nancy if you're watching this. She helped me and my friends so much picking out everything. She was so nice. Thanks Nancy and the rest of the team. So here's all my receipts from this haul. Long enough to wear as a scarf. Thanks guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it more than I did. Looking at my bank balance drop significantly. Some would say it's a problem. I would say it's an investment. Would you say the same, Missy? Yes you would. So if you guys want to see more videos, subscribe for more. I will link my other socials in the description box below, and you can follow me on Instagram at Elise Bysouth Makeup because I post more regularly on there. Give the video a thumbs up for Missy. Woo, Missy! Alright, thanks guys for watching. Bye!